This battle was brilliant. We made some blunders here and there, but it's a massive learning experience for me, and I really can't wait for you guys to see it. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battle. Today we're going against Raymond in the OU tier from the Discord server. Go ahead and join the Discord server. It's the best place to go for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Wi-Fi battles. There is a link in the description down below. I've also noticed that only 36% of people watching this video right now are actually subscribed. So just double check you subscribe, because YouTube likes to do this thing where the unsubscribed people is a bit of a mess. And if you're not subscribed in the first place, why not subscribe? It's free, it helps me out, and I really appreciate it. Anyway, with that being said, let's jump into the team preview. Okay, Raymond's brought some fire once again. He's got a Moltres, Regidrago, Ursaluna. Oh, Ursaluna, that's a big threat. Samurott, Hisuian, Decidueye, and a Slowking. All it needs is Hisuian's All it needs is Hisuian Typhlosion. That's what I'm trying to say. I think Ceruledge is going to put in some work here, getting the KOs with the Choice Scarf and all that. It's been doing pretty good with Surprise Factor recently. I think we lead off with Kleavor, because they're likely going to lead off with Samurott, and we just go for an X-Scissor in its face. Or we go for a Stone Axe, because it looks like their only Hazard Clear is Decidueye and maybe Moltres doesn't get Defog in this game. So Decidueye is the Defogger. So let's just see how it goes from here. And the battle begins. So Raymond's going to lead off with Arthur, the Slowking, as we lead off with Lynx, the Kleavor. So we've got a definite switch right now coming up. Let's go straight for that Stone Axe and get some damage off on this Slowking real quick. They might Tera, but they don't. They're going to switch out the Slowking. You would not keep that in against the Kleavor. No way, Jose. And they're going to go into Calabar, which is going to be the Ursaluna. So Ursaluna's in. It's a threat. We go for the Stone Axe, get some chip damage off, get the Stealth Rocks up, which is great. And now we just go for a U-turn right into Corviknight. That's pretty much the best bet. So we're going to do that. This thing's leftovers, interestingly enough. It's not a Flame Orb set, so that's interesting. I'm wondering what kind of set they are. We could go for a close combat, to be fair. I might do that, actually. I might go for a close combat. Ursaluna is a big threat, so we kind of want to deal with it as quickly as possible. So I'll go for a close combat, get some damage off on it. It doesn't even nearly KO. That's crazy. Crazy good health. It's got really good health and really good defense. And they go for an Earthquake. So I'm guessing they're a more defensive set, which is interesting. That's going to take us right down to our 7 HP as well, which is good. We can still use Kleavor later on down the line. We have a good switch here. So let's go for a U-turn and get on out of there. We'll go for the U-turn into the Corviknight. I think that's probably the best way. Kleavor is going to be good for taking out that Slowking as well. So it's going to be good to keep it around for then if we need to. And like I said, it's good for fodder as well. So let's see how this goes for us. So we go into Corviknight. There we go. Go into Corviknight real quick. Into Noctis. The Corviknight. We're going to be immune to Earthquake and all that stuff, and there's not really going to be much this thing can do to us now that we know it's not Guts Facade with Tera Normal. So it could still be Tera Normal, but we don't know. So now I'm just going to go for a Brave Bird. I don't see any reason not to. We just get some damage off on this thing. There we go. Damage is damage. Let's see what they're going to go for on us. They're going to go for a Rest. Ursaluna is an extremely tanky Pokemon and very tough to deal with. So we've got Rest, probably Sleep Talk, maybe with a Chesto. No, not Chesto Berry. So we've got to do something about this, right? We've got to do something about this, right? So let's go U-turn. Let's go U-turn. I think that's probably the best way to deal with this thing. They're going to withdraw, which is good. They're probably expecting a Body Press or something. Or they're thinking, you know, why not just switch out? And they're going to go into Thanksgiving, which is the Moltres, which looks amazing in this game. That fire effect looks amazing. So we go for the U-turn. We do get Flame Bodied, unfortunately, which is really unfortunate, but what can you do about that? And we're going to get a free switch into whatever we want, pretty much. So we could go Ceruledge if we really wanted to. Ceruledge just baits in Ursaluna, though. So I think our best bet is Diancie, to be honest with you. So let's go Diancie. Let's go into Princess Peach over here. And what we'll do is, they definitely go into Ursaluna here. So we'll just go for a set of spikes. And they get them spikes up on the field. They go for a Will-O-Wisp to get the damage, just to get a bit of residual damage every turn, which is fair enough. It nullifies our leftovers, which is great for them. We go for a Spikes layer. Gonna get some spikes up. Just gonna get some spikes up, because Diancie's cool. Diancie likes to get spikes up, because it's cool. So let's go for spikes. We'll go for spikes one more time. We'll get another layer of spikes up while the Moltres is still on the field, right? So let's go ahead and do that. Spikes is going to come through for us right now. They're going to withdraw Thanksgiving. Are they going to go into Decidueye? Probably, right? Wish I had a Goldengo now. They're going to Arthur, which is going to be the Slowking. So Slowking's an interesting one. So Pointer Stones and Spikes are going to dig in Slowking, which is great. And we go for the spikes once again. If we can get 3 layers of spikes up, that's going to be great. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So let's go for another layer of spikes real quick, because they're probably going to go for a chilly reception, right? They probably go for a chilly reception. They're probably baiting us to switch out so they can go for a chilly reception into whatever they want to go into. So I might go for a switch here. Something to stop Decidueye from coming in is ideal. Like, for example, a Volcanion or a Ceruledge. Do I want to go Ceruledge, though? Because Shadow Claw will definitely do a lot of damage to the Slowking, but it won't KO. We could go Cleavor. Cleavor's a good option. I say we go Cleavor because I don't think they're going to attack Diancie. I think they're going to either go for a Future Sight or a Chilly Reception or a Slack Off maybe. I don't know what he wants to go for here. So we'll go into Lynx real quick. There we go. They go for a Psy Shock, which wouldn't have done anything to Diancie, but it's interesting they chose to go for that move. Really thought they would go for a Chilly Reception or something, but either way, Cleavor goes down, which gives us an opportunity to switch into something else, which is ideal. Which is ideal, to be honest with you. Absolutely ideal. So let's go into our Ceruledge. Ceruledge is definitely the Pokemon to go into here. And we'll go straight for a Shadow... Will we go straight for a Shadow Claw? No, we're probably baiting a certain bear in. So let's go Volcanion. Let's go for a Volcanion switch. So we're going to switch into Volcanion, expecting them to go into Ursaluna here. There we go, Ursaluna or Samurott. One of the two. One of the two. They've got to do. They go for a Surf. This man really was confident that he was going to live. Interesting. So let's just see what happens here. Let's go for an Earth Power. Earth Power comes through. They do stay in still to attack. We get a special defense drop. That'd be nice. They go for a Psy Shock, which isn't going to do much damage to us. What set is that? That's a lot of damage. Is that an offensive set? It can't be an offensive set. Surely not. Really? Huh. I'm flabbergasted. This Slowking's an interesting one. So I always rely on Raymond to bring interesting sets, and an offensive Slowking is an interesting one to say the least. We definitely want to go back into something like Ceruledge here. So let's go Ceruledge. Let's go back Ceruledge. I don't think they go for a Surf here expecting us to switch into Ceruledge. I think that'd be way too much of a good play. I mean, I wouldn't hold it past him. They go for a Flamethrower, boosting off Flash Fire, which is great. I wonder what they were expecting. A Corviknight switch maybe. Let's go for that Shadow Claw anyway. They're going to withdraw this turn. He's messing me around. He's going to withdraw this turn. He's going to go into Thanksgiving Turkey. The Moltres over there. Moltres obviously has heavy duty boots, so it doesn't get affected by no... We could go for another one of those, couldn't we? Now we're going to go back to Diancie and get another layer of spikes up, I think. We'll definitely go Diancie and get another layer of spikes up, I think. I think that's ideal. So we'll go into our nice and powerful Diancie, nice and shiny. Gotta love it, gotta love it. And they go for a Hurricane, which is going to miss, unfortunately, but we are specially defensive and a rock type, so it wasn't really going to do much damage in the first place. But at the same time, chip is chip, you know? Chip is chip. Chip is chip. So we're going to get hurt by Burn, which nullifies the leftovers, unfortunately. As this next turn, we're actually going to be able to go for another layer of spikes, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. They go for a Roost, which is interesting. I'm not sure why. Well, I get why, because they're trying to recover the HP. Let's go for that spikes real quick. And I think the next turn, we can expect a switch into Decidueye, potentially. We can potentially see a switch into Decidueye. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go for a Diamond Storm anyway. Because it'll do a lot of damage to the Moltres, and it'll boost our defense. Let's go for the Diamond Storm anyway. So they go for a Hurricane, which is going to do minimal damage to the Diancie. It might confuse us, though. Doesn't confuse us. We go for a Diamond Storm. We actually hit the Diamond Storm, which is great. Does half to the Moltres, and it doesn't give us a defense boost this time, unfortunately. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Even burned, it still 2-hit KOs the Moltres, which is great. Absolutely great. So leftovers is obviously not going to save us here, but we go straight for another Diamond Storm. They go for a Roost, which is obviously going to make it less effective because it gets rid of its flying typing for the time being. We go for another Diamond Storm. Does less damage. Does less damage. We do get a defense boost, but it's meaningless. Absolutely meaningless to us. Absolutely meaningless to us. So what we can do here is, I think the play, because they've got Roost, so I don't think they have U-turn. I think they have Hurricane, Fire Blast, and then I think the Tera. Whatever the Tera move is. So let's go ahead and see what we can do here. I'm thinking, if we expect a Hurricane, we could go into... we could go Corviknight. Bait out. Bait out the Fire move. Because they're obviously going for Hurricane again. They're adamant on going for Hurricane on us. So let's go Corviknight. I think they don't have fire coverage. No. They will have fire coverage. It's just fire doesn't do anything to Diancie either. But I think Hurricane's probably more accurate than the move they've got for fire. Maybe they've got Flamethrower instead. No, Flamethrower would be more accurate than Hurricane, obviously. They go for another Hurricane. It's not going to do anything to Corviknight, but it doesn't hit anyway. That's the thing about these low accuracy moves. I always find that when you really need them to hit, they don't hit. But then when you like, it doesn't matter, like against Diancie, it hits every time, which is hilarious to me. So I'm going to go for a U-turn just in case they switch. They go for an overheat. That's why they didn't want to go for it. Takes out the Corviknight. Okay, that was dumb. I'm so dumb for that. I'm so dumb for that. We lost Corviknight, everyone. We lost Corviknight. That was a very dumb play. But his special attack is lowered now, which means, in theory, we could start setting up on this thing. Do we want to do that, though? Maybe. We could go Volcanion. I think Volcanion's the play. I think Volcanion is the play. So we'll go Volcanion. We'll go straight for the Steam Eruption. I'm not messing around here. They go for Hurricanes, just some tip damage off on the Volcanion, which is fine. Confuses us. This is going to matter. This is going to matter. Watch. I bet we hit ourselves. I bet we hit ourselves. I bet we do. We do. So we hit ourselves with Confusion, which is really unfortunate. This gives them a second opportunity to switch out if they want to. Let's go for a Steam Eruption real quick. They do withdraw Thanksgiving. So if we didn't get confused then, we could have KO'd that thing. So they go Regidrago. Regidrago is an interesting one. So it's going to get hit by hazards. And now a Steam Eruption as well, provided we can break out of Confusion, which I don't think we are going to. I don't think we will. We do, which is great. Steam Eruption comes through. Get some damage off on that thing. But they are going to be able to hit us with a nice and powerful Draco in a minute. So I'm going to go Diancie. So we'll go Diancie real quick. Diancie pretty much walls this thing. It does get Earth Power now, which is unfortunate. But I don't think it'll do too much to Diancie. They go for an Earthquake instead. That'll do a bit more because we're not physically defensive. There we go. See, more damage. More damage. So that's unfortunate. Are they physical with Dragon Dance, maybe? Maybe. What's Diancie doing for us now? I think what we need to do... We'll go for a Moonblast here just in case they don't attack us, but we haven't got a switch in. We haven't got a switch in at all. We've got Braviary, I guess. Let's go for a Moonblast just on the off chance they don't attack us, but they do, of course. Get a free switch into the Braviary. Go for a Calm Mind or an Esper Wing even. Esper Wing might be what we want to do. And we might get 6-0'd here. We might get 6-0'd here. So I think we go Ceruledge. We definitely go Ceruledge here. We go Ceruledge, we go Close Combat, and we definitely get a KO on something. No, because they probably just go into Moltres right now. No, you know what? I'm overthinking it. Let's go for a Close Combat. There we go. Close Combat comes through. Takes out the Regidrago. They couldn't have gone into the Ursaluna because Close Combat would have definitely done a lot more damage than it did with the Cleavor. Because of the higher attack. No, wait. Does Ceruledge have a higher attack stat than Cleavor? I don't know. We took out a Pokemon on Raymond's team anyway, and that is a great success for me because Raymond always thrashes me. In comes Arthur, which is going to be the nice and powerful Slowking. Once again, they do not know we are Choice Scarfed. That's the interesting part about this. They don't know we're Choice Scarfed. I'm going to switch out. I'm going to hope for a Surf, and I'm going to go into Volcanion. I think that's probably the best bet. Go get a Water Absorb from it. And then we'll just kind of start going from there. So Volcanion comes in. They go for a Psy Shock, expecting the switch, which is fair enough. Good play. Good play. Now we just need to go for an Earth Power, I guess. So let's go for an Earth Power real quick. Earth Power comes through. Bit of chip damage on the Slowking, which is always nice. They go for a Psy Shock, which is great for them. Takes us out. So what can we do here? I think the best thing we can do is Braviary, right? I think that's the best thing we can do. So we'll go Hawkeye. Now they have got the ultimate switch into us, which is Samurott. Do we want to get a speed boost first or after? I think we go for an Esper Wing here to get a speed boost. So they go for the withdraw. Are they going to go Samurott? Probably, right? Samurott comes in. So Samurott comes in. We could have gone for the Air Slash there, but it's whatever. Stones and Spikes are going to dig in. Air Slash might have actually KO'd as well. I think we probably made a mistake here. I think this whole game was full of mistakes, but like this team that I have is really unpolished as well. So I think what we need to do here is to go for a Ceaseless Edge. Gonna KO us. So I guess we just stay in and go for it. They go for a Ceaseless Edge. It's gonna KO us. There we go. KOs us. No problems there. Gets the KO. Gets a layer of spikes up. And now, all we can do is just hope for the best for Ceruledge. So they are Life Orb, which is interesting. Which means they're going to have Sucker Punch as well. Hisui and Samurot's really good. Like, I'm really glad that Samurott finally had a glow up. A very big glow up. So let's go for a close combat, get the KO. They go for the Sucker Punch that's going to KO us. Of course. Down we go to the Hisui and Samurott, and that's going to be the game. So we got absolutely thrashed by Raymond. Absolutely thrashed. But you know what? I appreciate it because it's all a learning experience. You learn from your mistakes. You learn from your battles you lose from. Raymond's an excellent player, so I wouldn't have it any other way. If I'm going to lose to anyone, it's going to be to Raymond. And there's a few others as well, but obviously, you know, Raymond's a really good battler, so I really appreciate his time. So thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, of course, leave a like, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff. And with that being said, I'll see you all in a bit.